Number two is that your competition won't know what you're doing. Because everything is private, no one has any idea what you're saying to your prospects, and so they can't copy you. All right, no one, you can grow as big as you want in silence. So I actually found out that there was a company, a gym company in my space doing $10 million a month from cold outreach, and I didn't even know they existed. And that was when I was like, you know what, I need to look at this closer. And that was ultimately the time I succeeded, because I saw how much scale they had, and I said, man, if they're doing that in my space, this is worth it.
All right, so in this video today, we'll be covering how to build lead lists, how to find interest leads, aka people looking for your solution, the tools that you can use for high volume cold email, and how to use AI to personalize and score your email list. And all of this is going to follow Hormozi's structure in regards to cold outreach. So let's get straight into the video and let's not waste any more time.
3 ways to build a list. You can scrape them, you can buy them, you can look for them. All right, so those are the 3 main ones. And I've done.
All right, so the first thing that Hormozi has suggested is that we start building our list. Now, yes, you can buy them, so you can use platforms like Fiverr, Upwork to, get a VA to go build your list. But in my opinion, it's much more easier and cost effective just to scrape it yourself. And I'm going to show you exactly how to build your cold email lead list. So, as I was saying, so if you do want to scrape leads, right, as I said, my recommendation is to scrape, not necessarily to pay someone from Fiverr or Upwork, because they're going to charge you a lot when you already have technology like the Apollo scraper on Apify that can do it for you. Now, we do use this scraper internally. It's very, very powerful. Even though Apollo did recently change kind of their backend systems, this scraper still works. So I recommend this. And this scraper will give you everything that you need in regards to building your foundational database for your total addressable market. So for example, if you was a SEO company that specifically serves the e-commerce industry, you would go to you would use a company called Store Leads, get the URLs, enrich it inside Apollo, and then use this scraper to scrape all of them leads for you. But yeah, I just wanted to show you this as a proper example of how you can use scrapers and kind of what scrapers to use. And what I'll do, I'll also link this in the description so you have direct access to the scraper as well.
Pro tip for you is that interest groups are the warmest cold audience you can get. Okay, so interest group contains some of the highest quality leads because they're concentrated pools of people looking for a solution. It's a key point. They've already, in some way, they're like micro-engaged.
All right, so Alex says something very, very relevant here. That although a list can be cold, the way you scrape it, because obviously they haven't engaged with you. But if they're actively engaging with content that relates to your solution, or are in a group that relates to your solution. So for example, if you sell AI automation and they're in an AI automation group, we know that these people are actually interested in the solution we're selling. Therefore, makes them kind of a cold, warm audience, if that makes sense, because they're actively engaging or looking for your solution. And yeah, you can use tools like Scrape LinkedIn for this. And yeah, very, very powerful campaigns if you can get this right. And you can also scrape competitors' websites. And you can also scrape competitors' company pages, relevant software company pages, and so on and so on. So very, very powerful if you can get this data for your cold email campaigns. All right, so as we saw earlier, right, Hormozi spoke about interest groups. And I would argue one of the best ways to create these interest groups without any complex scraping or endless searching is just to simply go to your competitors or even relevant software providers that relate to your solution. So for example, staying around kind of the SEO topic, if I was an SEO agency, I would scrape SimilarWeb's followers if I was going after software, or I would scrape SEMrush's followers, because typically a company that's following that company, they're going to be interested in like marketing, digital marketing, and we're hoping that they're going to be at least trying to do their SEO, either like internally, or have an interest or understanding that SEO is important because they follow the tools that help SEO marketers deliver their service. Um, and of course, you can just scrape your competitors too, and that, in essence, is the highest amount of interest that you can get really in regards to your service. So if you're an SEO agency and you scrape like Neil Patel's company page, you can be sure that you might actually, have a few engaged leads. And that's considering SEO is actually a very hard offer to sell. So scraping these kind of engaged or interest groups, as Hormozi put it, is like almost essential. And every single company should have this type of campaign um, in their arsenal. But yeah, I recommend using Scrape LinkedIn for this. Very powerful tool. I've used them myself, and they're great and affordable too. And yeah, that's it.
So here's how you personalize. You act like you know them. All right. So the idea is to make the cold outreach feel like a warm outreach. Makes it feel like a friend is reaching out to them. All right. So the best way to do this is to actually know something about the person you're contacting.
Yes and no in regards to this. In my opinion, anyway, obviously Hormozi is the GOAT, right? But in my opinion, it's not enough just to know something about them, because what you know about them must be relevant. It must relate to the solution you're selling and the pain they're in. So what I would do is just have a personalized line that relates to their company and relates to the role that they're in. So if they're CEO, the personalized line will be in relation to that. If they're CMO, the personalized line will be in relation to that and the task that they're doing. But yeah, having a personalized line that speaks specifically to them, very important, but it just can't be something generic. It needs to be relevant.
Cool. So once you know what to say, now you have how much should I be doing of this? Okay. So I'm not getting as many chances to tell people about my amazing stuff. What do I do? And as a quick side note with the lead magnet thing that I was saying earlier, we were able to triple the response rates to our outbound at gym launch. After months of doing this, the biggest breakthrough we had was actually switching the thing that we were offering for free on the phone. And so when I talk about offering a level of service for free, I mean it.
Right. So Hormozi talks about two things here, right? First and foremost, about the problem. Number three is the fact that you're not getting enough chances to tell people about the solution that you're trying to sell. And we solve this with high volume cold email, right? With tools like Instantly, Smart Lead, we can send cold emails at scale, maintaining deliverability, and offering our services to thousands and thousands of people a day, depending on how much scale you wanted to do. Like you could do 100,000 in a month if you wanted to. But I wanted to talk about the lead magnet strategy that he talks about. What makes this system great, like the automated code system integrated with AI and so on, is that you can offer incredible amounts of value via cold email and also automate that service delivery aspect that he's referring to. So we previously ran a campaign and we pretty much built a lead magnet bot that was able to basically give them a whole strategy document centered around cold email, centered around sales automation, all automatically done with AI and some clever automations. And all we had to do on our side was just fill out a form that took us no more than 2 minutes to do. And it would basically spit out a whole strategy document. And this is something that people charge for in regards to like consultation. And we're just giving it away for free. And yeah, like work that would have taken us hours to do, we can now do at scale for thousands of people in a matter of minutes. So yeah.
Because if you offer, what you want to do is offer what other people actually charge for, not offer something so good that you could charge for it. No.
All right, so I'm just going to show you some softwares that you can use to actually achieve this like automated cold email at scale. And yeah, let's go back into the video. It's how we can actually replicate everything that Hormozi is saying with AI and automation, and basically improve his system, improve his methodology. Now, this tool that we're looking at is currently Clay. And if you're not familiar with Clay, it's a RevOps platform that allows you to do outbound campaigns, inbound led outbound campaigns as well, and loads of different things. It connects with thousands and thousands of different data and software providers. It's an incredibly powerful tool. Now, see, what's important when you're building your campaigns is that we actually understand who we're reaching out to. Make sure that actually fall within that ICP. So in this example, what we've done here is basically scraped, and this is an internal campaign that I did long time ago. But what we did, we scraped our whole total addressable market, we enriched it inside Apollo and put it inside Clay. Once we'd done that, we started scraping every single website on that list. So in this case, it's around 11,000. And we did this all automated inside the platform. And the reason we did this is so we can start using AI to build that relevancy. And like Hormozi said, extract things that we know about them and mention them in our emails. But even before that, we used it to qualify and actually check to make sure that it's a business that we could potentially work with. So based on the scraped information, we basically fed that information to ChatGPT and asked it, based on our ICP, which we trained it on, is this a relevant company? Like, are they qualified for us to work with? Well, first we made sure that they were a B2B company. Then we wanted to find out if they're direct competitors or not. So if they're currently running like an outbound company, whether it's cold calling, cold email, because in essence, why would we send emails to them? It's not relevant. Then we formatted the title using AI and normalized the company name as well. Then we also used AI to make sure that every single person that we're reaching out to is the decision maker. And then on top of that, we wanted to figure out if they're a potential champion for our service instead. So for example, here, a sales manager, marketing manager, they're a potential champion for our product. They're not low level like a sales agent, but they're not incredibly high either, but they could potentially have impact. Then this is where the AI, it kind of gets interested. We used AI to create a company statement. So to basically summarize what the company does so we can input it in the email. So instead of just saying, hey name, saw you're the CEO at company, we can say, hey name, so you're the CEO of a creative digital content agency. Like, it's a little bit different, subtle changes, and then we can still mention their business by name later in the video. Then we just used AI to tell us, like, give us ideas in regards to like who they potentially want to target. This is specific to my service, but we can do loads and loads of different things with AI to increase that relevancy, and to also make it feel like, you know, we've researched their company well and we understand them. And like I said, there's loads of different other things that we did. We used AI to figure out when they started their role by scraping LinkedIn with Clay's Claygent tool, which is an AI powered scraper. And yeah, like, we did so many things, and then we automatically pushed it straight to Smart Lead. Now, the reason I'm showing you this is because like you can get very powerful campaigns made specifically with this processes using AI. And with Clay alone, we can build the list, which solves the problem that Hormozi originally mentioned. How can we get in contact with people? You can build it inside Clay, or you can scrape it. We prefer to scrape it than build inside Clay, but you can also source the data from inside Clay itself. Then it addresses the issue of what do we say, and you know, we can create all of our messaging inside Clay as well, using AI and various other tools. And overall, we can push it straight to our sequences that solve the problem of like, how do we get in contact with these people? How do we reach out to these people and actually contact them at scale? In this case, we use Smart Lead, but there's loads and loads of different tools that we can use to actually, like, you know, you send cold emails at scale, such as Instantly, Smart Lead, Email Bison, and so on. Now, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to leave the Alex Hormozi video inside the description. If you liked this video at all, please like and subscribe. I'm going to be showing a lot more content like this. If you want kind of a insight into how to build these campaigns, how to generate pipeline for your business and book meetings onto your calendar, please subscribe to my newsletter. We share everything that we're doing internally and stuff that we're doing for our clients. And if you want to work with us and you want us to actually, generate you pipeline for your company, please apply to work with us in the description or book a call as well. Apart from that, thank you for watching. Love you lots and have an amazing day.